Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I'm going to flip through my 2020 MakseLife Vertical Planner. I have done a planner flip through every year that I've had a YouTube channel. The first year, I actually went back and flipped through all of my older planners. So I started, I think, with 2014, and I flipped through 14, 15, 16, 17, and then 18 was the current year. And I flipped through every planner and looked back on all of the memories and just some of the crazy things I did with stickers and life and plans. And then last year, we flipped through 2019, and this year we are going to flip through 2020 together, but it looks a lot different than those prior years. All of those prior years, I was pretty consistent, and I had a layout basically every week, every single week. There may have been a week or two where it was something drastic happening in my life that I didn't plan that week, but for the most part, I was very consistent at using my weekly planner every single week. But then I found a daily planner. Last year, the very end of 2019, I started using a daily planner, and it has just been my number one go-to planner. And so all of 2020, my weekly planner has been my second planner. It has been second to my daily planner. And so there were a lot of weeks this year that it just didn't happen. I didn't plan on my weekly planner, or you'll see this a lot of the times I actually planned in my weekly planner because I filmed a plan with me for you, and then I didn't go back and fill it in. Like, I didn't go back and check things off or fill in the workouts or any of those like things that I left blank, and you'll see that a lot. That's very common. Additionally, I did not use the MakseLife goal setting system to its full advantage. You'll see at the beginning of the year, I tried to do it. I tried to use it with my power sheets, and I tried to fill out the monthly and the weekly, and I tried to make it all work together, and that just didn't last. And who knows if that was 2020 and the fact that 2020 was crazy, or if it was just the fact that it is a lot to do both the MakseLife goal setting system and the Power Sheets goal setting system in one. And I talked about that in the video that I did comparing and contrasting the two systems. Now, if you did watch that video, you already know how I'm planning to use the MakseLife planner in 2021, and I'm going to use it as a memory keeping / retrospective reflection planner. So all of the goal setting sections, the monthly and the weekly actions, they're gonna be in retrospect. What did I do in each of those areas of life? What did I accomplish or did I not? Like, looking back and seeing if I just didn't do anything in that area of life and I need to focus on it a little bit more. So I'm excited to flip through this planner and see all the craziness that was 2020. And then that's it. I'm doing this video a little bit earlier than I normally would because you're like, it's still November, like, and there's still a lot of weeks left in the year that you could fill out and show us and flip through. But the truth is, I stopped using this planner back in October. And so I figured, let's go ahead and flip through. Let's look at this planner and reflect on the crazy year that was 2020, the first year of the MakseLife, and just put this planner on the shelf until next year. Well, not this planner for next year, but my new planner. All right, I am so excited to flip through it. So I wrote my name and my email. I never really write my phone number. Like, is somebody, if they found this, are they really gonna call me? Like, probably not. So when I was going through the goal setting section, I had a highlighter and I highlighted the things that stood out to me. I'm not gonna show you all the goal setting stuff because some of the like numbers and answers to the questions it's a little bit private. So I'm not gonna show you guys. I did fill out all the beginning. My word for 2020 was love, some more highlighting, and then these were my goals at the beginning of the year. So instead of just like listing things out, I did it in mind map style, and I basically took my Power Sheets goals and I put them into the MakseLife categories. And so for the most part, it kind of matched up. Like, personal was the wedding, work and learning was routines. That one kind of didn't really make sense. Fun and recreation was memory keeping. Family and relationships was friendship. Physical health, that one made sense. Mental health, that one made sense. Physical environment, that one made sense. And then financial, I did plan with Lakin. And then what I started doing at the beginning when I was actually using the goal setting sections of the MakseLife, I would come back and highlight when I did something. Like, when I did a thing, I would come back and highlight it. That lasted like maybe a month, but I did like doing this. I haven't quite figured out for 2021 what I'm gonna do with these sections. I think I might still list out goals, even though I'm going to use the rest of the goal setting piece of the MakseLife as a retrospective, like, what did I accomplish? I think I still might do future looking goals in the yearly section, but I haven't quite decided on that yet. Then I did do a vision board. I did this at the Sunshine State Planners event because there was a vision board workshop as part of the event. It was one of the speakers. And so they handed out all these little pieces, and this is the vision board that I made. I feel like it's pretty accurate. I wouldn't say I was super consistent with my physical health. I have read a lot of books. I don't know if we really simplified. We spent a lot of time in other homes this year, but that's okay. I think it's still pretty applicable. And then we get into the week. So I did start out planning in the monthly planners. And this one I did where I moved over the goals. So when I planned out my goals in my power sheets, I moved it over to my MakseLife monthly layout. I haven't quite figured out what I'm gonna do with the monthly layout in my new one. When I was using my monthly consistently back in like older planners that I used, I was putting pictures and it was very memory keeping heavy, but that'll be really repetitive with the weekly layouts. Like there aren't gonna be any pictures that I just wouldn't put on the weekly layout. So I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna use the monthly for in my MakseLife yet, but I have a couple ideas. So then I was really consistent at the beginning using the goal setting sections as goals plus like tasks, just like things I needed to do that wasn't goal related. Like I needed to, I'm trying to think of one of these things that wasn't an actual goal. It was just like a task that fell into these categories, and then I would check them off. I didn't start using the planner until we got back from vacation, which was this week. And then this was the first time I actually planned in it. This was that Sunshine State Planners event. And then I tried to also do the to-do list things on the weekly, and you'll see how long that lasted. This was the first like full week spread that I did. I did have an issue with some of the permanent stickers rubbing back off onto the other side. Sometimes, I don't know if that's just like the heat. I mean, I store it upright, but I hate when it does that, because then when you go back and look at it, it's like, I don't know, it's not fun. Also, we had our work holiday party in January. I can't even remember why the December one. I think there was a snowstorm or something, so we ended up having it in January. This year, we obviously have no holiday party, which is a huge bummer, but this was like the first true layout I did in my MakseLife. And I was using the habit section, and I was doing the same habits that I had in my power sheets. Here's another week where I tried to do some to-do lists, but not all of it. Oh, this is a really pretty week. Although I didn't finish using it clearly. And again, all the rubbing is super frustrating, but this is so beautiful at the bottom. I love a good rainbow week. Stop using the weekly actions pretty darn quick. Here's another full layout, another Chrissy Ann Designs kit, winter themed. And then I didn't do the monthly reflections ever. At all. And I definitely want to make sure that I do that this month. Like I am planning to set aside more time every month to not only work on my power sheets, but then to also do the monthly reflections in the MakseLife, because I didn't do it at all. Also, this reminds me how excited I am for the 2021 MakseLife where the quotes are colorful. Oh, I'm so excited. So here's another monthly layout. Again, I moved the goals from my power sheets into this, but it was still a little bit of memory keeping as well, like what I did and using stickers and whatnot. So in February, I decided to go ahead and also copy over all of my quarterly goals into this section so that I would remember them. Like as a part of it was just the act of copying it over allowed me to remember it. And then part of it was also just like going back to look at it when I would fill in and check things off to just be able to see them. I don't know if that was really helpful or not. Still didn't use the weekly actions. That's gonna be pretty much the consistent theme, especially once we stop doing the monthly. It's just gonna be the weekly layouts that we're reflecting on. I forget what shop this kit is from. I'm pretty sure I got this at an event, and then I wrote on it with my Papermate Flair. Oh, that's a really pretty week. Oh, this is beautiful. So this is Valentine's Day week, and this is also when we went down to San Antonio to go dress shopping and visit the venue, which was just so much fun. Oh, I really like this week, but again, with the rubbing, I don't know if that's just that particular. The permanent pen that I use is the Micro Perm 03, that doesn't matter, but the Micro Perm, I don't know if it's that pen or like any permanent pen would have had that same issue. This is a bright colored week, another full week. I was pretty consistent at the beginning of the year of using it every week. You'll see when we get a little bit later in the year that I did not do that very well. So here's another Chrissy Ann Designs. It's more like winter kit, but again, I would fall off with it. Like I would set it up, like I'm gonna write in what I'm gonna film and edit and work out, and then I would never go back and fill it in, which is part of the reason I'm not doing a weekly planner this year. Here's another monthly layout that I did. This one I didn't actually fill in the goals. I just had the events that I had. Of course, like all of these events ended up getting canceled. This was the last like social thing I did, to have dinner with my friend Diane. That was the last thing that I did. And then I also put birthdays in here, which I didn't check any of them off. Looks like March, I still went on with the monthly goals. I think that was probably the last one. Ooh, I like this week. So I used the mild liners and I just did a rainbow week, but with pen only. Not very creative. There's a lot of people in the MakseLife community who do very creative pen only weeks where they actually like draw things. I just draw boxes when I do pen only. And then this week I tried to color code. So I used these stickers from Knockout Print Shop, and the colors reflected my goals. So anything that was blue was health related, anything that was green was Plan with Lakem related. But this was also the week that everything fell apart. Like this was the week that like the gym closed down. This is the last time I went to the gym. This is the week I started working from home. This is like this was the last time I took the subway. That is insane to think. Oh, March 10th. That was the last time I took the subway. Crazy. Oh, I still tried for a little bit. Well, kind of. I set this week up clearly and then didn't use it. And this is my birthday week. Every year for my birthday, I do a rainbow spread, which I really love. That I will still do that even when I'm doing memory keeping. I probably won't do quite as many rainbow weeks memory keeping as I do like forward planning, but definitely my birthday week will be a rainbow spread. And this is when I figured out that working out at home is not a thing I like to do. I didn't do any of the quarterly assessments. Maybe I did one at one point, but I didn't do that one. Bunch of empty pages. Here's another layout, this bee themed kit from Design Pandemonium. Ooh, I like this one. This one I was really good at like documenting what I did. So I had like a gratitude for every day, and a lot of it was like being appreciative for things like to-go cocktails. And then I actually did like a memory keeping piece down in the little journaling section. I really like this week. Another rainbow week. Looks like I need a little bit of a pick-me-up. Still not going anywhere, still stuck at home. This is the week we were supposed to be at Go Wild, so I did like a purple week in honor of Go Wild, but I never went back and filled anything in. This week started out strong, got through about Wednesday, and that's about it. Worked out none of the days. A bunch of empty pages. I did not use my MakseLife to its fullest last year, y'all. Ooh, I like this one. So this one I did the boxes, but I did it color coded. So like the orange was work, the teal is playing with Lakin, the purple is workout, and I actually did a really good job. And we watched Lost every night that week. This was when we were binging Lost during quarantine, stay at home, whatever you want to call it. Week that I set up and then never went back to one day, and that's basically it. I did a Harry Potter week, and I did like the Slytherin kit for Nina's birthday this week, but again, I'm pretty sure I set this week up and then never went back in to check anything off or fill anything out. Oh man, this is the week that we drove down to Texas, so I did a lot of prep for that, and then 2 full days of driving. Bunch of empty pages. June, National Donut Day. This was our first week in Texas, and it looks like I did a really good job like actually going in and filling things out and checking things off and doing the weather. Started to get back, or felt like I was getting back into my weekly layout. This was my Black Lives Matter layout. It was a challenge that the community did together to do only black and white for this week. Again, set it all up. I loved the way this looked. I loved the quotes, but definitely fell off halfway through the week. Oh, this cute otter week from Oh Hello Stationery. I love her kits. They work perfectly for my planning style, and this is a really cute kit as well. More empty pages. Pride week. So I did another rainbow week for Pride. That's another rainbow week that I will always continue to do, even when I'm memory keeping, but once again, a bunch of empty stickers. Oh, this is cute. So this is 4th of July week, but this is the week that things this isn't what happened. Well, some of it is what happened, but this is also not what happened, because this is the week I planned it out on Friday, actually, before my family came down for the weekend. But then that was the weekend that my brother was exposed. So we had to go back to San Antonio with my stepmom and live there for 2 weeks while my dad and my brother quarantined at the Coast House. So, I mean, it still was 4th of July week, and I really love these Chrisanne Designs colors for 4th of July instead of like classic red, white, and blue. I like throwing in the teal and have it be pink. And it was a lot of family time, but it didn't quite look like this. Oh, this is cute. I don't remember what shop this kit is from, but the succulent kit is really cute. And then this is the weekend that we went back to the Coast House and stayed there for the rest of the summer. We used this Harry Potter themed kit. This is the week that we went up to Austin. And again, I did the plan with me, and then I didn't fill any of this in for safety purposes because I didn't want to tell you where all we were going. And then I never went back and filled it in. Like, this is the kind of thing I should go back and fill in so I remember which restaurants we went to, which cake places we went to. I do have the vlog, but it's nice to have it documented as well. And this is one of the reasons that I'm excited to go backwards and do it, because then I know I actually will do it. Oh, didn't plan this week. And this, I don't even remember when we stopped planning in the monthly, but all the monthlies are empty at this point. This is the one lone week towards the back that I did put some weekly actions because the MakseLife Facebook group started doing a challenge to fill out the weekly actions. So I did do it this week, but that was the last time that I did it. I love this kit. This watermelon kit from Chrisanne Designs is so cute. Oh my gosh. And then I did an all teal week. We're getting to the end of our time in Texas. I like this week. I like all the bright colors, but again, I just did not use my weekly planner this year, y'all. I just didn't. And then this is the week we drove to Chicago. So this is the week like this. I was trying to do a lot of filming and editing before we left for Chicago to get everything prepared. And then this is the weekend that we drove back. And then this is the 1 month I did try to do another monthly plan with me. I filmed this setup and showed my Google Cal and realized how repetitive it is to have my Google Cal and my monthly layout. I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I tried to plan this week. I was gonna do it like one day at a time because I didn't know what we were doing the rest of the week. I only knew what I was doing Monday through Wednesday, and then of course I stopped planning the rest of the week. That was our week in Chicago. I didn't do this week. This is the week that we drove back to New York. Then we were back in New York, and this is the last weekly layout that I did. This is the one that I did not filming. I did it watching football, just relaxing on a Sunday night. And I started out strong. This is Sam's birthday week, and I love this kit from Chrisanne Designs, but I didn't use it. Like I didn't go back and fill anything in, which is just such a bummer. And then that's it. That is the last page that I wrote in my MakseLife. That is not true. I did do one more plan with me because I did one more filmed. And that was the Pierce is Fierce week. So I used this kit from Design Pandemonium in support of Jess's son, Pierce. And this is the last plan with me that I filmed, which went up a couple months ago. This is the last week that I planned out. And again, I planned it all out beautifully. I actually left some blank space, but I didn't go back and fill anything in. Now, it could have just been that I didn't actually do the workouts, but like I did some of these things and I didn't check it off. That was the last thing in my MakseLife. The rest of these pages are all empty, and they're gonna stay empty because I'm not using it forward looking, and right now I have other priorities besides doing memory planning yet, and I'm just ready to start fresh in 2021. I did also have some notes pages in the back. I'll show you what was in my notes pages. So I did a future goals and dreams, which I still like. So this was a place for me to jot down just anything that's like a big long-term goal that like isn't gonna be in the next year, but like someday, and this was the only one that I have so far. I started my New York City bucket list so that before we left New York, these are all the things that I wanted to do or see, and some of these I can't do right now because they're closed, but I could maybe start checking some of these things off. Gift ideas for me, that is still true. I still never got those, so maybe that's on this year's Christmas list. Gift ideas for others. This is a booth that I met when I was at the little market shop thing at Cultivate Your Year Live at the Carolina Inn in Chapel Hill. This company had these adorable cookies that you could color on. Like, I don't know how they made it work, but I was like, that's a great gift idea for like other kids. This is a great list too. We still haven't done this. Foods I wanted to try cooking. Both of these came from Ming in China and things that we wanted to come back and learn how to cook. Apartment projects. I did do a lot of these, so I could probably check off a good number of those. And then that's it. All my other notes pages are blank. So some of those notes pages I will carry over into 2021 when I do my MakseLife setup. All right, that's it. I mean, it's still fun to look back on the year, even though this year was nothing like I expected. If I had thought like all the trips I was gonna take and all the things I was gonna do, it looks nothing like any of that, but it's still fun to look back on what we did do over the course of 2020. And even though I didn't go back and fill in a lot in this planner, there are still a lot of memories documented, and I'm excited to have that forever. I do keep all of my old planners. Let me know down in the comments. Do you flip through and look at your old planners, and do you keep them? I'm not keeping my daily planners. That's my plan. Like I'm not gonna flip back and look day by day. But these have like the stickers and the big things that we did, and looking back on these, I feel like it's a little bit different than looking back on the daily planners. At the same time though, I also think like, is it me that's gonna be looking back, or would I have loved for like my grandmother to keep one of her old planners or notebooks or journals for me to flip through either with her or when she passed? And so maybe I'm not even keeping them for me. So maybe I don't know. I still feel like the daily planners are a lot to keep. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Happy planning. This chair is so squeaky. Oh my God. My hair just will not stay. So when I went quite figured out for 2021, I almost said 2022 tasks list. That's really hard to say. But the succulent clip, stupid freaking coil